Did you know that Queen Elizabeth II and her husband, Prince Philip, were actually third cousins? Shocking, right? But that's just the tip of the royal family tree iceberg. From unexpected cousins to distant relatives across countries, prepare to have your mind blown by these royal connections you never knew existed. Therefore, in today's video, we're talking about 12 of the royals you didn't know were related. So without further ado, let's begin. At number 12, we've got King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden. He's the fourth cousin of King Charles III, believe it or not, of the UK. The relationship between King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden and King Charles III of the United Kingdom is particularly noteworthy. Both monarchs are descendants of Queen Victoria. The connection between King Carl and the Swedish royal family and the British royal family are deeply rooted in European royal history, with Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom serving as a central figure in the intricate web of relationships. King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden has significant connection to the British royal family through his ancestry. King Carl is a great-great-grandson of Queen Victoria through both of his parents. This dual lineage strengthens his connection to the British royal family and other European monarchies, as you'll see further in this video. Prince Gustav Adolf of Sweden and his mother, Princess Sibylla of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, both have ties to the British monarchy. Through his mother's side, King Carl XVI Gustaf is descended from Queen Victoria's son, Prince Leopold, Duke of Albany. Through his father's side, he is descended from Queen Victoria's son, Prince Arthur, Duke of Cona and Strathern. This shared ancestry is part of a broader pattern of European royal alliances that have historically linked the Swedish and British royal families. At number 11, we've got King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands. He is the third cousin of King Harold V of Norway. The direct personal connection between King Willem-Alexander and King Harold V can now be understood through their shared ancestry and the diplomatic ties between their nations. Both monarchs are descendants of King George II of Great Britain and King Edward VII of the United Kingdom, making them distant relatives. The connections between King Willem-Alexander, the Dutch royal family, and the Norwegian royal family are deeply rooted in the complex web of European royal history. These relationships are a testament to the historical practice of royal intermarriage and the shared ancestry that links many European monarchies. Both the Dutch and Norwegian royal families share common ancestors, notably King George II of Great Britain. This shared lineage has created a network of related monarchs across Europe, including King Willem-Alexander and King Harold V. Furthermore, both royal families are connected through their descendants, King Edward VII of the United Kingdom, who is an ancestor to many other European royals. Next, we've got Prince Albert II of Monaco. He is the sixth cousin of former Queen Margaret II of Denmark. Born at the Prince's Palace in Monaco, Albert is the second child and only son of Prince Rainier III and Princess Grace. This connection between Prince Albert II of Monaco, the Monaco royal family, the House of Grimaldi, and the Danish royal family are part of the intricate web of European royal relationships. Both the monarch and Danish royal families, along with many other European royal houses, share a common ancestor in King George II of Great Britain and Ireland. Prince Albert II of Monaco and the Danish royal family share another common ancestor in Viscount René II of Rohan. Also, the Grimaldi family has established various connections with other European royal families through marriages and alliances. For example, Princess Caroline of Monaco is connected to the House of Hanover through her marriage to Prince Ernst August of Hanover. On the other hand, the Danish royal family, particularly through Queen Margaret II, has extensive connections with other European royal families. For instance, Queen Margaret II's sister, Queen Anne Marie, was married to the former King Constantine II of Greece. The rich historical legacies of both the House of Grimaldi and the House of Luxembourg have played significant roles in European history. At number 9, we've got Prince Hans Adam II of Liechtenstein. He is the third cousin of King Philip of Belgium. Prince Hans Adam II of Liechtenstein and King Felipe of Belgium, the current head of the Belgian royal family, share a common ancestor in King Christian IX of Denmark and Queen Louise. This connection establishes a blood relationship between two royals, albeit a distant one, we'll give you that. Both King Felipe and Prince Hans Adam II are descendants of King Christian IX of Denmark and Queen Louise. This shared ancestry places Prince Hans Adam II and King Felipe within the broader network of royal European families, which are often interlinked through historical marriages and common ancestors. Prince Hans Adam II of Liechtenstein is a descendant of various European royal families, including the King of Bavaria, Portugal, and Spain, as well as an Emperor of Austria and the Holy Roman Emperors. These connections demonstrate the extensive ties of the Liechtenstein royal family to other European royal houses, including those that have historical links to the Belgian royal family. King Felipe is the third cousin, once removed, to King Charles III of the UK, who shares the same lineage from King Christian IX of Denmark, which makes Prince Hans Adam II and King Felipe related at a similar or slightly more distant level. Next, we've got King Felipe VI of Spain. He is the third cousin of King Harold V of Norway. European royal families, including those of Spain and Norway, have a long history of intermarriage and shared ancestry. This practice is often used to strengthen political alliances, secure peace, and consolidate power across regions. The interconnectedness of these royal families has created a complex web of relationships that continues to influence even modern-day royal connection. Known as the grandmother of Europe, Queen Victoria is a common ancestor for both King Philippe VI and King Harold V. King Philippe VI is the descendant of Queen Victoria through two ties. His paternal great-grandmother, Queen Victoria Eugene of Spain, who is Queen Victoria's granddaughter, and B, his maternal lineage, as his mother, Queen Sophia, is also descendant of Queen Victoria. And King Harold V is a descendant of Queen Victoria through his paternal grandmother, Princess Maud of Wales, who was Queen Victoria's granddaughter directly. In addition to it, King Christian IX is also another common ancestor for both monarchs, and King Harold V is related to King Christian IX through both his paternal and maternal lines, as his parents were first cousins, being both grandchildren of King Christian IX. And at number 7, we've got Prince Ludwig of Baden. He is the first cousin of King Charles III of the UK. The House of Baden is a notable family with a long and significant history in Germany. It originated as an imperial estate of the Holy Roman Empire and later became one of the German states along with the frontier of France. Prince Ludwig of Baden is a contemporary member of the House of Baden. The connections between the House of Baden and the British royal family are part of the broader pattern of intermarriage and shared ancestry among a lot of European nobility. These connections are manifested in several ways. Both the House of Baden and the British royal family share a common ancestor in the hereditary Prince Karl Ludwig of Baden in 1755 to 1801. These connections extend to various European families, including King Charles III. The British royal family has significant German roots. The House of Hanover, which began ruling Britain in 1714 with King George I. The House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, which was established in Britain through Queen Victoria's marriage to Prince Albert. Both Prince Ludwig and King Charles III are descendants of hereditary Prince Karl Ludwig of Baden, making them distant relatives. Despite some of the problems, relationships between the British royal family and the House of Baden have improved over time. Next, we've got King Harold V of Norway. King Harold V of Norway and Prince Albert II of Monaco are fifth cousins, sharing a common ancestor in Ludwig IX, Landgrave of Hesse-Darmstadt. They are also, you should know, 11th cousins thrice removed, both tracing their lineage back to Viscount René of Rohan, a member of the House of Luxembourg. Harold was the third child and the only son of King Olav V of Norway and Princess Martha of Sweden. The Norwegian royal family has extensive connections to other European royal families, particularly those Denmark and Sweden and the United Kingdom. King Harold V is a descendant of all four kings from the House of Mørkedal, which ruled Norway before the House of Luxembourg. The most significant connection between the Norwegian and Monegasque royal families is the relationship between King Harold V and Prince Albert II. These two royal families maintain cordial diplomatic relations as evidenced by social interactions such as lunch invitations during official visits. The Norwegian and Monegasque royal families are interconnected through various genealogical ties, reflecting the complex web of relationships here as well as among other European royalty. While these familial connections exist, the diplomatic and historic ties between the two countries appear to be more pronounced, with Norway and Monaco having stronger bilateral relations due to their shared heritage and regional cooperation. At number 5, we've got the Grand Duke Henry of Luxembourg. Grand Duke Henry and King Philippe are first cousins. The Luxembourg and Belgium royal families share deep-rooted historical and dynastic connections that span generations. Both royal families can trace their lineage back to common ancestors, including Queen Victoria and King Christian IX, whose descendants rule over several European countries, including Belgium and Luxembourg. A notable example of intermarriage between these two families is the union of hereditary Grand Duke Jean of Luxembourg and Princess Josephine Charlotte of Belgium. This marriage further solidified the familiar ties between the two royal houses and directly connected the two monarchs. Henry's mother, Princess Josephine Charlotte of Belgium, was the sister of King Philippe's father, King Albert II of Belgium. The cousins actually celebrate their birthdays together, which fall on consecutive days, April 15th and April 16th. They have been known to share a joint birthday cake also during state visits, highlighting their close personal relationships. These celebrations often take place at the Palace of Laeken, demonstrating the informal and familiar nature of their interactions. Grand Duke Henry and King Felipe frequently participate in joint official events such as state visits, which serve as both diplomatic purpose and also to reinforce their personal connection. During these visits, they engage in activities like reviewing troops together and visiting national institutions. Next, we've got Prince Andreas of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha. Prince Andreas of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha is the first cousin of King Carl XVI Gustav. The relationships between Prince Andreas of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha and the Swedish royal family are multifaceted. This close familiar tie is significant, highlighting the intertwined nature of European royal families in general. Both the prince and King Carl in this instance are descendants of Queen Victoria, further cementing their familiar connection. Prince Andreas is the godfather of King Carl XVI Gustav's younger daughter, Princess Madeline, underscoring the close personal relationship between these families and these two gentlemen. Princess Sibylle of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, Princess Andreas' relative, was the mother of King Carl XVI Gustav, providing a direct link between the two royal houses. Both families are part of the larger network of European royalty, with connections to other royal houses you'll see through various intermarriages and shared connections. They represent the ongoing ties between European royal houses that have shaped the continent's history. These relationships facilitate cultural and social exchanges between two different royal traditions. While largely ceremonial, these familiar ties play a role in informal diplomacy and international relations. The maintenance of these relationships helps preserve the historic and cultural heritage European royalty has, playing a role in developing the cultural and social fabric of nations. At number 3, we've got King Charles III of the UK. He is the fifth cousin of King William-Alexander. Charles was born in Buckingham Palace during the reign of his maternal grandfather, King George VI, and became the heir apparent when his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, ascended to the throne in 1952. The Dutch and British royal families share a rich history of interconnections rooted in centuries of European royal intermarriages and political alliances. These relationships between the British and Dutch royal families reached a pivotal moment in 1688 with the Glorious Revolution. King William of Orange, a Dutch prince, ascended to the British throne alongside his wife Mary, establishing a joint reign that significantly impacted British history. This event not only strengthened the ties between the two royal houses, but also played a crucial role in shaping the constitutional monarchy and parliamentary democracy in Britain. These historic ties form a foundation of the current relationship between King Charles III and the Dutch royal family, particularly King William-Alexander. King Charles III and King William-Alexander are distant cousins sharing common ancestors through various European royal lines. One notable connection is through King George I of Greece, from whom both monarchs are descended. Next, we've got Princess Irene of Greece and Denmark. The connections between Princess Irene of Greece and Denmark, the Greek-Danish royal family, and the Spanish royal family are deeply rooted in centuries of European royal intermarriages and shared ancestry. Princess Irene was born in Cape Town, South Africa, during her family's stay there due to political instability in Greece. She is the youngest child of King Paul of Greece and Queen Frederica of Hanover. Her siblings include Queen Sophia of Spain and the late King Constantine II of Greece. She is the aunt of King Felipe VI of Spain. Princess Irene belongs to the House of Luxembourg, a prominent royal house with branches in Denmark, Norway, and formerly Greece. Her paternal grandparents were King Constantine I of Greece and Sophia of Prussia, while her maternal parents were Ernst August, the Duke of Brunswick, and Princess Victoria Louise of Prussia. Princess Irene has been living in Spain since the death of her mother in 1981, residing in an apartment at the Zarzuela Palace in Madrid, which is the residence of her sister, Queen Sophia, and brother-in-law, King Juan Carlos. The proximity has likely facilitated ongoing interactions with her new nephew, King Felipe VI. Perhaps you've heard of him. And at number 1, Prince Lorenz of Belgium. He is the first cousin of Prince Guillaume, hereditary Grand Duke of Luxembourg. He's the head of the House of Austria-Este, a cadet branch of the House of Habsburg-Lorraine. Belgium and Luxembourg share the same sovereign until 1830, laying the foundation for their close historical ties. Queen Elizabeth of Belgium and the Grand Duchess Marie Adelaide and Charlotte of Luxembourg were first cousins, establishing early familiar connections. In 1953, Princess Josephine Charlotte of Belgium married Grand Duke Jean of Luxembourg, significantly strengthening the bonds between the two royal houses. Both the Belgium and Luxembourg royal families share common ancestors, most notably King George II of Great Britain. This shared ancestry is a result of the historical practice of royal intermarriage, which was prevalent in European to secure alliances and maintain peace between nations. The marriage of Prince Guillaume to Countess Stephanie de Lannoy in 2012 1912 continues the tradition of close ties between Belgium and Luxembourg noble houses. This union further reinforces the historical connections between two royal families. Both royal families have a history of hosting each other on state visits, such as the visit, for example, of Grand Duchess Charlotte and Prince Felix to Belgium in 1922, hosted by King Albert II and Queen Elizabeth. And with this, we wrap this video. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you find our channel interesting, then subscribe to it. Thank you. See you in the next video.